Hi, beauties, and welcome to Flow for Freedom Yoga, and welcome to Yoga Outside. Whether you're inside or outside, thank you for coming to practice with me. All right, welcome back. So today is another gentle practice. This practice is meant for all levels, whether you're indoors or you're taking your mat outside. We're going to begin seated on our mats, finding that crisscross applesauce, placing your hands on your knees. And let's start with some neck rolls. So taking your neck down towards your chin. And then the inhale takes it back to center. And then taking your gaze up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Finding the inhale to center. Exhale, draw that chin towards the chest. Inhale, center. Taking your gaze again back up, but this time around, take your bottom lip and place it on top of the top lip, allowing a nice stretch in the throat. And then release that, come back to center. Now we're going to pretend like we have a marker or a pencil on our nose, and we're going to create a circle on your imaginary wall. So with that said, maybe your eyes are closed. So I invite you to close your eyes, pretend like you have that marker on your nose, and start making a circle with that imaginary marker or pencil or pen. And this is just a gentle way to create circles with the neck. And again, that circle doesn't have to be perfect. And then when you find yourself at center, reverse your roll. Give me 2 more rounds this way. And then finding center, opening the eyes. Ah, that was nice. We're going to come into a seated cat and cow. So keeping your palms on your knees. On the inhale, lift your chest in your gaze. The exhale, round the spine as you take your gaze to the belly button. Inhale, lift the chest. The exhale, round the spine. And just find a few more at your own pace. The exhale takes you down. The inhale lifts you up. Need 2 more. And then make your way back to center. Take your hands to the outside of the legs. Inhale, take the arms up, scoop up what you need, fill the lungs with air. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, scoop up what you need. Gaze at the thumbs. Hands to heart center. 1 more. Inhale, take the arms up. But this time around, keep the fingers together, interlace the fingers, take your palms up towards the sky, reach and grow long throughout the armpits to the fingertips. Maybe your gaze goes up to the ceiling or the sky. And then exhale, round the spine as you take your palms out in front of you. Take your gaze to your belly button. Inhale, open the chest, take your gaze high. And then exhale, round that spine. Take your gaze to your belly button. Give me 2 more here. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, round the spine. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift the fingers back up towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 and then exhale, take the hands down in the round. And then we make our way into tabletop. All right, so making your way into tabletop. That bug's flying all over me. All right, so making your way into tabletop. Let's extend that left leg long. And just rock front to back just to find some movement here, keeping your belly engaged. Now, taking this right hand out in front of you, preparing your body for liftoff or the balance challenge. Lift that left foot off the ground, keeping the left hip towards the mat. Now extend that right arm long. Maybe your gaze is at the floor, finding length here. What's important here is to keep your belly engaged. And then exhale, release that. Shake out that left wrist if you need to. Now let's find the other side. Extend the right leg back and let's rock front to back. Prepare here by taking that left hand towards the front of the mat. Find stillness and take that right foot up. Maybe the gaze is at the ground. Extend the left arm, reach. Keep the belly engaged. Keeping active breath here. And then exhale, release that and shake off that right hand. All right, let's make our way into our downward facing dog. So your palms are evenly wide. Curl the back toes, send your hips up high, downward facing dog. Walk your dog, maybe bending one knee and then the other. Keeping your breath active here. Now bringing your big toes to touch, come up onto the balls of your feet and take your heels over to the right. Keep pressing the palms down as you send your heels towards the ground. So pressing the floor away, sending the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, find center. You're back on the balls of the feet. Now taking it over to your left. Same action. Press the palms to the ground. Release the heels down towards the earth. Maybe your gaze is between the legs. Inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Bend the knees. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Find a halfway lift when you get there. Maybe your palms are on your shins or your fingertips are to the ground. What we're looking for here is a nice long spine. Exhale, draw your belly towards your thighs. Crown of the head goes towards the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, we root, we rise. Take your arms up and around. Gaze at the thumbs. Hands come to heart center. Ah, beautiful. Now come into the top of your mat. Heel toe your feet out, coming into a wide-legged stance. Your feet are parallel, hands are on your hips. Slightly bend the knees as you start to hinge forward, bringing your palms to a block or your fingertips to the ground or your palms to the earth. Taking your forehead towards the mat. Knees can be bent here. Sit bone goes up towards the ceiling. Finding a nice hamstring stretch here. Give me 2 more breaths here. Keeping weight here more towards the balls of the feet. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Now walk the hands towards the right foot as you pivot that right foot and the left foot towards the front of the mat. Drop that knee towards the ground. The inhale takes the arms up, coming into your low crescent lunge. And let's pause here. Now your low lunge can be more of a box shape or for more of a runner's stretch, a really deep stretch. We go just a little deeper in our lunge, but the arms remain up, relaxing the shoulders, gaze is out in front of you. Breathing here. Exhale, frame the foot. That back toe is curled if it's not already. Lift that knee, walk that back foot in as you start to straighten the front leg, making your way into pyramid pose. So we're here in pyramid. Again, hands can be on blocks here. Take the right hip back. Left hip goes forward, keeping a squared hip. Front knee is slightly bent, or you are pressing down to the big toe mound. That will help keep a micro bend in the knee. Now draw your forehead towards your knee, and we're breathing here. One more active breath here. On the next inhale, start to walk your hands towards the front of the mat as your feet, your toes start to go towards the long edge of the mat, and you're back in that wide-legged stance. So widening your stance, placing the left hand in the middle of your mat. Right arm goes up towards the ceiling. Take your chest and your gaze out towards the right side. Reach the fingertips up. Maybe your gaze is out in front of you like mine. And then exhale, exchange that. Take the right hand to the middle of the mat. The left arm reaches up. Find a nice twist. Fingertips reaching, growing long here. And then exhale, take that hand down. Now we're going to walk our hands over to the left side and do the exact same thing. Drop the back knee. Inhale, take the arms up. And maybe you organize yourself first and find your balance. And then we all meet in our low lunge. A few breaths here. Actively breathing. Exhale, frame the foot. Curl that back toe if it's not already. Lift that back knee. Draw that right leg in a tad as we make our way into our pyramid. This time, the left hip is going back, right hip is going forward. Now take your forehead towards your knee. Crown of the head reaches down. Keeping an active breath here. And a slight bend in that front knee. Breathing here. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Now walking your hands back to the center, coming to that wide-legged stance. This time, take your feet out to a 2 and a 10. Bend the knees a lot as you make your way into goddess pose. Creating goal posts with the arms. Take these elbows out to widen your chest and your shoulder blades. Finding your deepest goddess pose. And this is where I am today within my body. Give me 3 breaths here. This can be a little bit challenging, but we're sitting on a wall and nice long spine against that wall. The inhale, lift off, 5-point star. And then bring your hands to heart center. Heel toe the feet slightly in, making our way into our yogi squat. Find your yogi squat, and you can sit on a block, or if you're in your squat, find it. Bring your hands to heart center. I like to take my thumbs to lift my heart, my chest, and breathing here. Yoga doesn't have to be an hour practice. You can be on your mat for 10, 15, 20 minutes to have a good practice. The end game is to find full range of motion and to move the body. With that said, let's make our way down to the ground. Crisscross the legs. Bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, reach the palms of the hands up towards the sky or your ceiling, and then exhale, round the spine, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Give me one more. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Release the hands, bring them to heart center. Yogis, thank you for coming outside to practice with me. Namaste.